Turtle Gang! It's your boy, Dolly. Hit that like button as you come in.
Wrapped around your heart, a weapon drenched in blood. It's falling over you. There's nothing.
Let's get those likes up, turtles. Tell it.
You know there's nothing angels everywhere, 'cause the righteous are the ones who disappear, inescapable. Soon you'll be back for more. Old enough to lose, still you got to choose. Young enough to live for something you can't win.
Turtles!
You know there's nothing angels everywhere, 'cause the righteous are the ones who disappear, inescapable. Soon you'll be back for more.
Turtles, what's good? What's up, Mandy, Jean, Shay? Good to see everybody. We got some stuff to talk about tonight. Oh, shit.
But the righteous are the ones who's giving in. Oh, there's nothing angels everywhere, 'cause the righteous are the ones who disappear.
What's up, Crystal?
Inescapable. Soon you'll be back for more.
Bam! What is up, turtles? It is good to see everybody jumping in the chat. Okay, look, we got it on members only, but when we get to 250 likes, we will open it up to subscribers. So if you're out there in the ether watching, make sure you go ahead and hit the like buttons. And mods, let me know when we get to 250 likes, and I will open it up to everybody. Now, if you can't wait, you can always support Dolly by hitting that damn join button and keeping me alive. It is Red Panty Night here on Dolly Vision, okay? Red Panty Night. We are talking about the man, Don Wells, okay? Now, I know what you're thinking. Is it a celebration? No, it's not a celebration. Usually, Red Panty Night means there's a celebration, but tonight there is no celebration because this man is pretty much a creepo, okay? Our official creepo. I mean, we pretty much knew before what kind of person Don was, okay? We had, we've heard rumors about his sister. We heard rumors, trigger warning people. We firing shots quick. The family pet, okay? We've heard rumors, even stuff from him about people accusing him of trying to kidnap their kids. Today, look, you can say what you want about little JLR in the bushes and whatever, but he be digging for some information, okay? He be digging. So basically, he pulled up the arrest records from Don and Candace Wells, and he went over one of the charges that was breaking and entering or burglary, okay? I'm thinking, damn, Don Wells is in there stealing the TV or the microwave trying to get him some crack money. But Dolly was wrong. Dolly didn't see this one coming, okay? Dolly didn't know Don Wells was such a freaky deaky deaky, okay? Didn't know, had no clue that the man got down quite like that. I mean, I heard rumors that he liked a few prostitutes, but that ain't unusual. Every now and then there's some fellas out there that like the prostitutes. They like herpes and AIDS and the burn when you pee, but some of them dudes like to get down like that, okay? I guess they do, okay? But this one made me shake my head, and this is something straight out of a serial killer playbook, okay? Is Don Wells really the father of Bryan Kohberger? This is what I'm thinking right now. I know what you're thinking, people. You're thinking Dolly's crazy. But no, Don has some creepy serial killer type tendencies. He's a stalker. He's a lurker. He's one of those in the bushes, right? He gonna look over in the bush and JLR is gonna be right beside him. Don't sue me, JLR. I'm just kidding. All jokes here on Dolly Vision, okay? When y'all people throwing out these lawsuits, I gotta make sure y'all know Dolly just playing, okay? It's just all jokes. It's all jokes from here, okay? So, just because, the man JLR is a little creepy, okay, a lot creepy, ain't got nothing to do with me, don't mean that his information is not credible, right? It's definitely credible. It's definitely them. He showed the pictures. He showed the damn mug shots. Don Wells got more mug shots than Dolly. That's hard to do, right? My kid told me one time, she's like, yo, Dad, I could trade your mug shots like Pokemon cards, okay? And Don Wells got me blown away, okay? He got decks and decks and decks of damn mug shots out there, right? Looking crazy as shit. So, Don Wells, like any normal person that creeps around your house at 12 o'clock, 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, breaking in, right? Going through your lingerie, ladies, okay? He's a panty snatcher, okay? I'm collecting them. See, Tiff said she's collecting them. He is a panty snatcher, all right? Crazy as that sounds, hide your underwear, lock the drawers. Don Wells is in town, and he's stealing drawers, okay? Only red ones, apparently. He got a thing for red underwear. I can almost not even say it with a straight face. But crazy as this sounds, I mean, most of y'all have seen this on JLR, but I'll just give you the quick breakdown, of what transpired, of what JLR was talking about. Basically, Don Wells broke into this lady's house in the middle of the night, okay? The police caught him in the act, okay? In the act, they caught him. He's trying to hide the shit behind his van. But he done went in this lady's house, went through her dirty clothes. Remember 1:30 tomorrow. I won't forget to. And stole a pair of her panties, and he had them in his pocket. Now, when the police rolled up on him, he said he was waiting out there for Johnny, but Johnny wasn't expecting him, and he didn't know when Johnny was supposed to be home, okay? Now, this is just Don Wells. He likes to lie. He likes to make things up, right? So the police, at this point, they're like, okay, they see that the garage door is open. They ask Don to search him. He consents to the search, because if you say no, right, to the police, tell the police, no, you can't search me. The first thing they're going to do is want to search you even more, okay? So at that point, you once they ask and they search you, you might as well just go, yeah. All right, because as soon as you say no, they're going to think you got something, and they're going to bust you upside the head, and they're going to search you anyway, okay? So when they go to search this man, in his right pocket is a pair of red panties, okay? Now, okay, the man might have just had a pair of panties in his pocket. Maybe he was walking through the house. The clothes were dirty on the floor, and he's like, oh, let me pick these panties up and put them in my pocket, okay? But that don't seem to be the case. This ain't a mistaken red panty night. This ain't an accidental red panty thing. I believe Don Wells has some predatory behavior, okay? And it's kind of serial killerish or stalkerish, okay? The type of stuff that he's doing. So, Don Wells, confesses that he went into this lady's house, that he went through her clothes, and he stole this pair of red panties. Now, Dolly runs a PG channel, okay? Sometimes, right? This ain't the late night panel channel, Dolly Uncensored. So here I keep it pretty clean, okay? But let's just say this man told the police officers he was going to use these panties to later on pleasure himself. You know what I'm saying? That is fucking nasty, and that is serial killer-ish, okay? Now, I was talking with another YouTube creator today, and they were saying, well, there's no escalation. Maybe this man has just a little fetish. Well, here's the thing. If you like red panties, you like red panties. I had no problem with that. But when you're breaking in people's houses to get those red panties, I have a problem with that. To me, there is an escalation. And it's been an escalation his whole life. Don Wells came up here and thought it was acceptable to say that a young kid wanted his advances. And quickly I had to shut Don Wells down in that. Also, JLR, I know, watches my videos. He played a clip of Don Wells taking a piss on my channel. JLR, I'm suing the shit out of you, okay? Just know my lawsuit is in the mail. This is payback for Michael Vick. I'm from Virginia, and I like pit bulls, okay? I'm just playing. I am just absolutely playing. Don't sue me. Don't sue me. I ain't got shit, okay? I seen your house. You got cathedral ceilings and shit. I barely got a ceiling, okay? I barely got a ceiling. Don't come for me. Get them other dudes. They got money. Pick somebody that's, can afford it. I can't, okay? But I hate to say, right? I hate to say this. I agree with a lot of what JLR is saying. 100, like, I think he's on to something. It made me had to sit down today and, like, fight with all my squirrels that have been running through my brain, because I didn't know this. I did not know that he was this type of creeper, okay? So you think about it, when he was young, allegedly, he was doing inappropriate things with his little baby sister, okay? Then, we hear this later on in life. He gets in more trouble and more trouble. Now he's breaking into houses, okay? Stealing people's stuff. It just seems strange to me. And Don Wells told a story one time of a lady that tried to accuse him of kidnapping her kid because her kid was outside and stuff. I think Don Wells is one of those people that overshare. Like, he just says shit like, oh, I know where they sell babies. He says shit like that. And in the very beginning of this, what father instantly, the story we're getting and everything that's pushed out here on the internet is pushed by Don Wells. He's feeding this information to people. That's why Candace never talks, okay? And if she does, she's just repeating the stuff she's told to say by Don. And then, like, me and PJ was talking about it today. I was like, is there any possible way that Don could have done something like this and Candace not know? Is Candace that stupid, okay? I mean, that was basically the question. Is she that stupid that you could, sneak off with Summer if you were Don and dispose of this baby because of alleged SA allegations? Or not even allegations, but assumptions, because according to Don Wells, he showered with his daughter naked, okay, which is super, super strange. He slept in the same bed with his daughter naked, okay. Found that strange. He thought it was acceptable that a 5-year-old wanted him, okay, that this 5-year-old kid wanted these advancements from him. This dude, when he did the stuff in the breaking and entering and stealing the panties, he should have been on a registry list right there. Don is I hate to say it, if he... And then look, let's go back to this. Remember Jody Sue Brown said somebody was creeping around her house looking in the windows and shit? And Don kept creeping around this lady Candy's house, right? While he had a girl, All right, back at his hotel or wherever he was staying at the time that this transpired, right? So he is on some weird shit, okay? Now, does that mean he killed his daughter? We know the social service was involved, and everybody says the case was closed. But how do we know that case was closed? The way we think that case is closed because Don Wells has said it. Everything out here, Don Wells was feeding information to Cam and Allie, to BK, to run misdirection. Okay? Remember in the beginning, they came up with everything, a footprint. Cam and Allie came up with Bigfoot. BK was saying, damn, who knows what BK was saying, but they were all running interference for the Wells. Why? I never got that. And then, you find that Tim Mullins paying people, things like that. This is crazy. I think, and there's no way the police, Detective Pruitt, TBI, that they don't already know these things, right? They know Don's past of sexual behavior, okay? And why ain't there any charges for child neglect, okay? If they have to take your kids, that means you're doing something neglectful, okay? Hold on, let me hit my drink. They just don't come in your house and take your kids because you're the Brady Bunch, okay? You live in the perfect life, got a clean house, food in your refrigerator. Your kids are going to school, they clean. They don't come in and take your kids, okay? I mean, unless you're beating the shit out your kids. But if you ain't beating your kids and you got a normal, clean, decent house, food, kids going to school, they just don't come take your kids. They don't take your kids for your safety. Oh, that the internet, everybody was out to get them because of the internet. That's the reason they took the boys. That ain't the reason they took the boys. The reason they took the boys is because they lived in a shithole that was packed rat with stuff. You seen it on the Chris McDonough and stuff. Where's the bed at that you and Summer Wells used to sleep in naked? Where's the couch that used to block that door that vanished, just magically disappeared? You don't know what you did with it. These were all items in that house that where you were laying around with your daughter, right? And now we know that you have predatory behavior, okay, because of what you said about your sister, what you said about Allie's daughter. I mean, the list could go on and on and on. But when I heard the stuff today, thank you, JLR, for putting that out, it just makes me think this man's been this type of person his whole life. Since he was young, he has been preying on people. And look, the scariest people are drifters that go from state to state, place to place. And like the other creator I was speaking with, the whole thing on escalation. How we know there's no escalation? The escalation is Summer's missing. That's a fucking enough escalation for me. Okay, this dude, how we know he ain't done strangled out a crack prostitute somewhere in one of these states he's been at? Okay? How we know, look, usually when people start breaking in the house and stealing panties, then they're breaking in the houses and stealing how we know he ain't a rapist or something of that nature? I hate to say that. I mean, I don't know if he is. I'm not accusing him of that. I'm just saying, how do we know when he has charges like these for breaking and entering and stealing something that I think is sexual in nature, okay? Even though he wasn't pleasuring himself right there. And we don't know if he was or not. You know what I'm saying? But to me, he sounds like a sexual deviant doing things like this, okay? And if he's done it once, he's done it more than once, okay? It's like, you just don't start off breaking in houses stealing panties. He's probably started off slowly stalking people, watching, and that is a scary thing. Because when I was standing there with him, I didn't get that vibe from him, okay? And that shows you that he is a con man, and Candace was at one time a carny, okay? Maybe that's their connection. I don't know. They're so bad, individually, that collectively they're like super bad. Does Dolly know the banner still says 50% off? No, I got to change that, guys. The sale ended at midnight, I believe. So everything ain't 50% off. But still a good deal. Get you some Dolly soap. And thank you for everybody that did take advantage of the 50% deal. All right. That was awesome of you guys. Me and PJ have been working nonstop, getting everything shipped out to you. We worked for a little bit today, and then we got hungry and went and got some chicken. Okay. So then the whole process stopped. But the chicken was good. Okay. And we'll continue to ship tomorrow. But I had to eat. Dolly sometimes has to eat. All right. I'm already getting skinny. All right. So I had some Popeye's chicken. You know, I think I'd share that with you. You know, I think we're cool enough. We're on that level. Did we got 250 likes yet so I can open it up to everybody? Or y'all being stingy with your thumbs ups on the 4th of July? It's a damn holiday. You can't like Dolly's video on a holiday. Okay? Hell no. It's absolutely free. Just hit the like button and all you guys can come in, hang out with us. You know, I like to do it, the members only in the beginning because it slows the chat down. I can see what you guys are saying. Really, tonight I can't see shit because I don't have my glasses on. But we just going to act like I can see what you're saying. Some of it I can see, some of it I can't. But you know what? It's all good. So I'm going to open up the phone lines. Let me know what you think about Don Wells being the panty bandit. All right. He is also now known as the Ben Hill Creeper. All right. I'm thinking this man might have communications. He may have answered that survey that Brian Kohberger has put out. Look, I'm like Crime Circus. I'm making connections. Okay. If Drip Drop can make connections, Dolly can make connections. Okay. I seen how many subscribers he got. I got to start connecting people. Okay. Don Wells was in Tennessee, okay? One time when Brian Kohberger was in college, he spelled out Tennessee, okay? That right there shows you that Kohberger, Don Wells are absolutely connected. There's no doubt in my mind. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, okay? Don't make me paint my face white with a big ass spider that attacks you, okay? But anyway, I did like his video. There is some connections. That was just a joke. People, just jokes. Just jokes. Okay? But they're connected. All right? Never doubt that. But the man is a creeper. He is definitely a creeper. Let me open the phone lines up. Okay, the phone lines are now open. The call-in number is on the screen. Is Don Wells the Ben Hill Road Creeper? Dolly.
Hey, Dolly.
Hey.
You know those red panties were for Candace.
I don't think he went in and broke into this lady's house and stole Candace some red panties. He wasn't even with Candace at this time. And this was this lady's name was Candy.
Yeah, I think that he might have. Those had to be for Candace because he only likes little girl panties.
I don't know. I think he might like all panties.
Ooh, that's nasty.
I know. I thought the same thing. But it shows you he has these I hate to say it, it's serial killer tendencies.
Yeah.
He's a con man. He's a con man. I didn't take him as a panty snatcher when I was standing there next to him, you know.
There is no way that I don't understand the way that she thinks. I mean, Candace has got to have the lowest self-esteem in the world to even be around him.
Well, Candace is intoxicated, I would say 60% of the 70% of the time. So she's only dealing with Don Wells 30% of the time. And I'm noticing, I think she's dependent on Don, but she is like, I think she's scared of Don Wells a little bit too.
Yeah, that's true. But I think I'd have to be drunk all the time to be around Don Wells too.
I don't know. I just know that the stuff he's putting out makes it sound like Don Wells is a creeper. All them people that hit me up and be like, well, you know, they think he SA'd her or something of that nature. It it does, more you hear about him, he does more sound like a person that may do that type of stuff. I ain't saying he did, just saying it does kind of like push you towards that you may be a creeper.
Yeah. I think he's a creeper in general because, I mean, if he was trying to sell his kids, his oldest kids, the grown ones.
Well,
he
that's
was selling
allegedly.
them.
I think that's allegedly. That comes from that other side of it. But what about when Jody Sue Brown? Here's something now that sounds credible that Jody Sue Brown said. She said when they first moved into the holler and something, that somebody was creeping on her house, like looking in the windows and shit. Do you remember her say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we get these affidavit police reports of Don creeping around the house at 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, looking in windows, breaking into shit. It sounds more like maybe Don Wells was on her property in the middle of the night.
It sounds like that one little area of Beach Creek is like Barnum and Bailey circus folk.
There's everybody out there's bad. I'm surprised I made it out that holler alive. I was out there by myself too. I'm lucky to be alive. It was like a Friday. It was like a Friday the 13th movie.
I seen that, and then I know that you said you had met with them and talked to them. Did they not seem odd to you?
I'm odd. You know what I'm saying? It would have been a better question. Did Dolly seem odd to y'all? They'd have been like, yeah, that dude's odd as shit. But no, look, because my thing with Don was, look, man, I want you to help me hang the sign. I don't just want to hang the sign. I want you to help me hang it, okay? I could have easily hung the sign by myself, right? But I wanted him to help me do it. But there was one part, I turned around to ask Don, did he have something to cut the rope with that I had hung it with before? And he had a knife in his hand. He was like, here, and handed me the knife. So really, if Don Wells wanted to kill me, he could have.
Yep.
He was behind me with a knife.
I think we're going to have to get a community together and purchase that property and just bulldoze it layer by layer to see what's in it.
What's on the property? I don't think she's on property. What I'm thinking is this, that JLR is right. He took them boys to work with him. Okay, that's why Candace, Summer, and Grandis went to the lake, because the boys weren't there. And think about if you was a boy and your mom was going to the lake. Wouldn't you want to go? I would want to go. I'd be like, damn, I want to go to the lake. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I believe he came back. And when he came back, I guess, this is what people are telling me, that possibly he has done something inappropriate with Summer, and they were going to check that. And he had been ducking them. According to Dudley, he wasn't trying to go home to see CPS or any of that stuff. So he was trying to avoid them. And I think that's why he took them. And I guess Summer, is getting at the age where she can tell things.
Yeah.
And I don't care how you look at it. Like, just knowing what we know from him, like sleeping with the kid naked, getting in the shower with bathing naked, that is something that's pretty much unacceptable. I don't care.
It is unacceptable because that's freaky and creepy.
It's super creepy. I understand fathers give their kids baths, but you should be outside the bathtub. You should be clothed. The kid should be in there taking a bath. You shouldn't have your kid standing up to your waist when you're butt naked in the shower as a man. I mean, that is
absolutely, and that is totally uncalled for. And I heard a video recently, and the guy was talking about that there was a possible situation that, with CPS coming out on the 14th, and then they were supposed to come back quickly, but the 15th, she
vanished.
Some got missing.
Yeah. I mean, it's the timing of it. So he says they come out there and they close the case, but that's according to Don Wells. The CPS never closed the case because then they come back and took the boys. So the case was never closed.
Yeah.
Like he likes to tell people, the case was closed. They came out, seen everything was okay, and was like, gone. That ain't the case. They came out, and then Summer disappeared, and the case continued, but just without Summer, right? Because if Summer was assaulted in any kind of way, she could have possibly told that.
That's what I think.
And you know, in the beginning, I never thought nothing like this. And then you know, like something. Thank you for becoming a member. It just made me rethink what I thought may have happened. I'm like, is he that big of a monster? You know, and I just didn't see it.
That I think that there was already enough proof to prove that, and I think that the possibility is that they did have her removed with someone else. Some people are, you know, I don't know if it's good people that just took her or if they arranged for her to be with someone else so that CPS couldn't take her and hear what had been happening.
So you think they've been hiding her for 2 years? I think Don did something horrible. He couldn't let that get out. He would go to prison if that would be the case. I ain't saying that is the case. I'm just saying if this was, in theory, if this was to happen, he would be going to prison for a long time if that little girl told. And that may be some incentive or a motive to get rid of your daughter.
Yeah. And the only thing that we have no proof of is that he has ever been a murderer. So,
all right, let me see how many likes we got on this video, and I'll see if I can unlock it. Okay, we can unlock it. Guys, if you ain't though, make sure you hit the like button. Don't be stingy. All right, well, look, hey, I appreciate you calling.
I appreciate talking to you, and I thoroughly enjoy your show.
All right, you be good.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, bye. And thank you, Amy, for becoming a member. You guys are awesome. Now it's open. That don't mean for everybody. You can come in, chat it up. Make sure you ring the doorbell as you come in. That's the like button. It's absolutely free this week. I'm not even charging you. Okay, I'm giving you letting you thumb it up for free. All right, you can thank me later. Just playing. Hit the like button. Yeah, I'm thinking that this dude is a little bit worse than Dolly was thinking. Now, if I knew some of these things, I probably wouldn't even want to met Don Wells that day, or definitely not be out there just me and him. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like now I was alone with some weird, creepy dude. You know what I'm saying? That sniffs panties and weird stuff like that. Dolly.
Hey, Jimmy Slime Cobra Kai.
What's up?
Hey, brother, I was looking in more on this Idaho college murders. And this is a forensic expert, Dr. Joseph Morgan. He's saying absolutely from the sheath alone they have enough DNA for Brian that it all lines up. You know, him leaving and with his dad, and you know, there's just so many. There's not really anomalies according to what they have to this point. They have enough to say yes, he was here at this time. Yes, this.
Well, I mean,
even if some of it appears to be circumstantial, they have enough of his DNA to continue to prosecute him for it. So.
Yeah, but will a jury convict him? They have enough to prosecute him, but the question is, can they got enough to convict him?
Yeah, if I was a betting man, without a doubt, I think it's good night, Irene.
Yeah, I think once they got
rightfully so, you know.
Once they got your DNA these days, it's pretty much over.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty tough to say. Yeah, there was a time, that you could have said, "Nope, not me," right? Or too many anomalies for it to be, for the numbers to come down to me. But now the numbers would have to be astronomical against you. You know, it's too much. It's too much of a wild hair for it not to be him, for them to match his.
Yeah, it's not that many people on the planet. We would have to add people to the planet to get a match to that.
Just like your fingerprints, right? It's him. So I have no doubt that they will do the right thing.
And not
go ahead.
only do they got the fingerprint, but they got him ordering
Yeah.
the damn sheath. So they got him buying the sheath.
Yeah,
His DNA on it.
Well, we know he was bullied. Okay, so I went through like all the parameters of the the plus column and the minus column. Teamy did or Teamy didn't do it, for lack of a better way of putting it. And I've always said he did it. And I don't even like to say allegedly. So what? I'm not in the court. I'm not in the system. Sue me, right? He did it. So
yeah.
I'm not on
Free
the
speech
OJ
America.
team. Yeah. There's nobody back there with a glove that dropped behind by a hedge and somebody bumped in that little blonde dude that hung out at his
Cobra
pad or
Kai
whatever
said it's the 4th of
said,
July. I can say whatever I want. America.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know why. Maybe for some reason that clicks on. But do you remember? Real quick, getting off topic. Sorry, do you remember Drunk Tom?
Yeah.
He passed away.
Yeah, I heard he passed away. Rest in peace of Drunk Tom.
Yeah, I mean it's been I think 4 or 5 months now. But still, I've been for some reason I've been meaning to bring that up.
Yeah, it's never good to lose a turtle.
So what else is up, man? What's all the?
Well, you
got some crazy stuff over in your neck of the woods in Virginia happening too, crime wise, right? There's been some pretty big stories there the last month or so.
I mean, we had the Cody stuff come out with them letting him out, but I think the big news I've been into today is this arrest that Don Wells was arrested breaking into a lady's house, and he stole a pair of red panties. What do you think about that, Johnny? That's some serial killer stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when we found out, I guess he was like not being appropriate in front of his kiddos in the shower. You know what I mean? Remember that?
Yeah.
Was that, I thought that was confirmed that happened. I don't know. Did that happen or do we know?
Well, there was a couple different people that said that, but I mean, we can't confirm
was that
it
ever proven or,
we won't dare. There's really no way to really prove
I don't want to
it.
throw, even with him, I don't want to throw, that's one heck of an accusation to say about somebody.
But out his
kids,
mouth,
so.
he has said those things. That he slept naked in the bed with his kid, that he showered naked with his kid.
If I knew for a fact that he did that, I'd be more inclined to say the other's probably true too, but are more likely to be. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. And
yeah, I don't know. It's cringy.
Did he think he was going to get in trouble and he do something horrible? I mean, just theories, just speculation. None of this is true.
So,
people,
okay,
we just
I
this
guess
for entertainment.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step over there. Okay, so he found who's okay. I guess I don't know the whole thing. They found okay. Tell me what happened with the Lacey or I'm having a hard time even saying it right. But
okay,
tell me what happened with him on the deal. Yeah.
Okay, so the police get a call of a B&E or something of that nature.
All right.
They show up at this house and they notice somebody ducked behind a van, hiding.
Yeah.
So they go up there and they encounter Don Wells. Okay? And
yeah.
when they get up there, Don Wells is real nervous. His voice is cracking. He's real scared. And they ask to search him. When they search him, in his right pocket is a pair of panties. Okay? So they notice that the garage door is open. They go inside. They look around. They see a bunch of women's lingerie pulled out.
Okay.
Don Wells confesses to the police that he went into the home, that he went through the laundry basket, stole the panties because he was going to go home later and pleasure himself with them.
Wow, that's a lot to be divulging to he could have said just about. It's almost like he was like cleansing his soul, or not cleansing his soul, but I don't know. It's all weird. It's very, very strange.
Yeah, and he told this to the police.
Okay.
But he didn't do anything inside the home. Like apparently this is what he tells you. He didn't do any of that inside the home, or he didn't try to mess with anybody inside the home. And but to me, if you're breaking in houses to steal women's panties, and that's a little strains.
So
and some
this just
change.
happened recently. He
No.
just got arrested for this?
No. This is old.
Oh, in his past. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so they were adult women though, right? It wasn't,
Yeah,
no.
it was adult women, right?
Okay. That doesn't make it better, but in you know where I'm going
Yeah,
with
but
that.
to me, it don't matter what person it was. Is the fact that you
Well,
would do.
I'm saying, I'm trying to fit it together with, you know, the kiddo. You know, if there was anything nefarious on his end.
Yeah, and he wasn't a young dude.
Summer.
Somebody saying he was 41.
Mm-hmm.
I think this was in 2009 or
I
something
know.
like that.
I always felt like he didn't. I was just basing it off of how far away he was when he got the
But
call.
the
and
thing
all
is
that.
this: he might not have been that far away. That's where we're getting it twisted because we're going by his statements.
I always thought it was confirmed he was like 20 miles out or something like that or farther.
He may have been, but
supposedly
from what I'm
happened.
understanding is he may have took them boys to work with him. How were the boys there when he got there if the boys were with him when he left?
And at this stage of it, I mean, even though I call and I talk not that long ago, last
2006, my bad. It was in 2006.
Probably last 2 times out of the last 5 times or so I called, I talked about, people being found and stuff, even after 8 years or whatever. But for whatever the reason, it doesn't look good on this one to me. It never has with the Wells case,
Not a bit.
Never has looked good or solid to me. No leads or whatever. When we do find them, I mean, I know it's.
I hate to say, I don't think there's no leads. I think the leads are right in front of us. They're like right there.
No, I didn't mean it like they're
coming on
they're
coming on the YouTube drunk. I think
I guess where I was going with is like you do see like cases like, and I know it's been a ways back now, but like with Gabby Petito, there was more. As soon as there was all kinds of leads that were available, we know how that worked out, and I still say that would have been different too had it not been for them dropping the ball on him, them thinking that the mom was him taking off. Remember that whole scenario where they would have got him had it not been for them misidentifying who it was driving the Mustang. Remember that?
I know one thing.
Brian?
Yeah. One thing though, is the thing is if the police have anything, just like in the Bryan case, they ain't giving us shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think after a certain amount of time, if there ain't no leads, you give us a little bit of what you got to see if the public could help, right? If they have anything that are holding close to the chest, well, you've been holding it for 2 years. At some point, you need to release some of that stuff so maybe the public can help this. And here's another thing. All this time, Don and Candace Wells have never been cleared, okay? You look at Michael Monkey Vaughn, they cleared Brandy, they cleared Tyler, but after 2 years, they still have not cleared Don and Candace Wells.
I just don't think I don't think they're ever going to charge them with anything, to be honest.
I don't know. It took what, almost 5 years in the Cal City Boys. So, I mean, sometimes it takes some time, And
they're talking
I'm hoping that's the case anyway.
They're talking about, there's another case too where they're saying there's a body cam of this teen, a boyfriend of this teen accused of dumping her baby in a dumpster. We got another one of those too.
Oh,
dude.
Lord. They're
Yeah, that just came out. But there's a new theory, or they're talking about this theory. I don't know all of it. I haven't put it all together. Daily Mail and some other people are reporting it now about the Idaho murders. There's new theories about the mystery storage, Brian Kohberger's mystery storage.
Yeah, I met one of the dudes from the Daily Mail. He was a trip.
Have you heard about this theory, though, with the mystery storage and all that, and that this was all, like, first off, they start talking about how, he was bullied, and then that he was a vegan. I was like, what? That's a weird. Okay, so the guy, to me, I believe he did it. So you're talking about an accused murderer, and the story starts out, this particular one through the Daily Mail, it starts out by going, well, yeah, he was bullied, and then the next, in the same paragraph, it says he's a vegan. I'm like, what the hell does that have to do with the price of tea and China? He's a murderer.
Yeah.
Okay, you can say alleged, but where are you going with this? So it was almost like, let's feel sorry for him. There's people out there that are writing up stuff that are trying to make him out to be a victim because of his history, and like they feel sorry for him, and they're starting to lose, you know, the storyline of who's gone and no longer with us, and the heinous acts against them.
Yeah,
you know?
you can't forget them 4
Yeah,
beautiful lives that he took. That's for sure. You know,
you can do whole books and movies on some of these guys, like even Ted Bundy or whatever, where chicks wanted to marry him, or
well, he's
you
cocky.
know,
He has that cocky, arrogant look to him.
Yeah, he's like definitely cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, man. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Just not right in the head. So I don't know. We're gonna go ahead, brother.
I wouldn't want to be his cellmate. I know that. I wouldn't want to go to sleep around his ass.
Yeah, he's real creepy looking, man, for sure. You know, and I don't know, some of these. I don't know. You know what? How do some people, they end up in these going? Well, I don't know. That's the wrong way of putting it. This guy is in college it was forensics, right? Isn't that what he was trying to do? Or be something in forensic science, or
I know
right?
I know he was trying to get a job with the police department. Now, how bad would that have been? You got a damn serial killer. Well, I guess the police probably got a couple serial killers that work for him anyway, allegedly.
I read somewhere that was what he was doing, and that this all tied in with his. I think the dude was impotent weirdo, and that this was the way he got off because he couldn't get off the normal
criminology.
way.
Yeah, he's a criminology student.
Yeah, okay, but that's what I think. I think there's some weird that it may never come out that way, and I'm not trying to twist it into something it's not, because maybe it isn't that, but it's just because I'm just going by what they said about his lifestyle, and it was almost like the guy hit this wall.
Well, so many people said he was an incel, but I never believed that part.
Yeah, well, what do you think?
I don't think he was an incel. I don't think he hated women. I just think that he had serial killer tendencies.
I think he was impotent
I
somehow.
I still think he's a serial killer. I think he's killed somebody somewhere else. I've always have. So I'm sticking with it till they prove me wrong. I think something's going to pop up that he strangled somebody in Pennsylvania, or he's done something somewhere else. And or he's traveled and done it, because he's traveled the country a couple times too, back and forth from school. So I think there's another victim out there somewhere. I don't think you lead up one day, you just go, man, I'm going in this house and brutally murder 4 people, and it's so bad that there's blood leaking through the fucking house. I've never seen that but in like horror movies.
Well, they're saying too, they released the body cam video from the night of it happening, from the police body cam video, and that caught his car.
Yeah, I seen the one that came out that T-Reb put out that was the footage from a camera that I'm assuming was across the street. You can see a couple vehicles come in. It's really hard. It's like watching a damn Bigfoot video, but I don't know if it's real, not real, what it be. But the thing is I don't think that was his first time, and there's still just so many strange unanswered questions around it, like especially how DM acted, how Bethany acted, the whole when they called the police, who called the police, that type of thing.
And what do you think about the other info released, and also a video to include that Idaho students mentioned a man named Adam before the murders? Do you know any more on that?
No, I don't. Not right off.
They show a black and white video of a street cam CCTV close to the area.
You talking about near the food truck?
Yeah, it's as they're coming back from that. There's a guy.
They're talking about the bartender at the bar.
His name's Adam.
Yeah, that was the bartender. But they also had DNA from unidentified people in that house. But that could be just from it being a college town and people in and out the house. So
yeah,
I don't know. We're gonna find out as soon as it hits this trial. So I know everybody's been waiting for it.
Well, I just know that the defense team's going with the DNA angle, and they're saying that they have shocking new defense angle for, favoring Brian Kohberger, that they're going to be able to twist it all on its head with their new shocking defense evidence that they're going to reveal. Evidently,
it wouldn't surprise me because the whole thing's
soon.
been strange. You know what I'm saying? It's been strange.
Yeah.
But look, hey, I appreciate you calling in.
Yeah.
Johnny!
I'll see you, brother. Y'all take care, and don't forget to tell somebody you love them. Peace.
All right, peace. This is another thing. Speaking of phone calls and, the Idaho 4 and the phone call that came in, why it took so long for them to call the police, who actually called the police, things like that. We could say the same thing in the Summer Wells case, all right? Who called the police in the Summer Wells case? Dolly.
Hey, top of the good evening, Mr. Dolly. It's Benny the trucker.
Hey,
how are you?
I'm doing pretty good. You're coming in hot. You're loud.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. Hey, well, I was thinking about some things, because that house, I'm talking about Brian Kohberger.
Uh-huh.
There's been no drug activity in that area. That's always going to happen in party towns. Knowing that Brian Kohberger had a past history of heroin use, did he have been amped up on some type of drugs, and when they did the DNA test, did they check for any type of drugs on him?
I don't know. That is a good question because, was he intoxicated under some influence of something when he did it? And maybe that's a good reason he was under the influence. Maybe that's why he didn't see DM in the room. I don't know. But it seems like usually though people that do like them downer drugs, like you mentioned, they're usually not real hyped up. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't see. Yeah. They're usually sleeping or nodding out. I would think he would have to be on some type of upper or something of that nature to be all wanting to,
Yeah, but for a single person to do all that brutality with all that blood you said and everything, what we've been hearing, somebody, if they did it by themselves, he was physical, but not that physical with that superhuman strength there.
Here's a better question. We know he was a heavyset guy at one time, right? Then he got into really good shape. He lost a bunch of weight. Do we know, was there ever any abuse of any type of steroids? Over the counter, behind the counter steroids? Even some GNC products back in the day would have a certain level of steroids in them. Allegedly. They took the UFC fighters, there were some things they couldn't use because it would cause them to piss dirty. But anything that would elevate your system like that, and maybe some of them things, look at like Chris Benoit, I think it does some type of damage to your brain.
Yeah, makes sense to me there, and you get that superhuman strength, because for a single person to do it, something like with steroids, you get this incredible superhuman strength or some type of upper that gives you this tremendous amount of strength, like
like some
like with Rodney King and the four police officers, he had PCP and he had that superhuman strength. They couldn't even, they had a hard time containing him and restraining him. What if he, with that and that so-called person, that there's a possible connection to that ex-military guy? Because I was ex-military myself, I was Army and all that. Those infantry people and special ops, like the Rangers that are 70 regiments or Delta Force and all that, they got a lot of specialized training where they can sneak in, not even be seen, get in and get out. What if they did know each other somehow, cross paths? He gets Brian Kohberger's knife there and uses it. He takes off with it, and they're going in different directions. No connection. We didn't know each other.
Yeah, it could be possible. But look, man, you be safe on the roads, and I will talk to you later.
Oh, yeah. And one last thing. We'd be honking for the dolly, man.
All right, man. Peace.
All right. See ya. Peace, man.
All right, I didn't want to keep him on the phone long. I want to keep everybody safe on the roads because he'd be truck driving. You know what I'm saying? And we just heard a bad story 2 days ago of a guy that was making a TikTok video. And he crashed into the back of a couple vehicles, and he smashed him in between another 18-wheeler. The cars exploded. 5 people died. Be very careful when you're out there, guys, okay? Be very, very careful. It's a dangerous world we live in. Dolly.
Hi, Jimmy.
Paper Tina. PCT.
I still have half of the earlier show you did this morning or something to watch.
Okay.
So I'll do that after. But, yeah, you know, this is the thing. Well, first of all, this doesn't surprise me. You know, you kind of know
that he's a panty snatcher?
Oh, God. You know, we all kind of need to listen somewhat to the neighbors because they're there, you know, and clear back on Prayer Garden and everything. This was discussed with him peeping around Jody Sue's home, you know?
Yeah.
Trying to look at her daughter. Her daughter spotted him. Okay,
I remember Jody Sue saying
that
that somebody was creeping around her house, and now we know Don is the Ben Hill Road creeper. You know, 1 and 1 equals 2, Tina.
Yeah, and you know, when you say serial killer tendencies, I mean, could he have? Because I'll tell you where my brain's going right now. I'm trying to think the weights, you know, that were sitting there next to the for sale barrel, whatever, those are missing. Now, maybe, you know, they just cleared out some trash and they're, you know, just gone. But what if, trigger warning, he like bonked her on the head with those to get rid of her? I mean, to me now, almost anything's possible. You know, where's the couch? Where are certain things that are missing and why? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's strange. The timing of it's strange. In the middle of them having a CPS investigation, their kid is kidnapped. That just seems strange in itself. I mean, just Don's backstory is so horrible that it makes you think that he did something, you know, but just because of all the things that he's been accused of. I ain't saying he's done all these things. I'm just saying he's been accused of a lot of things. There's a lot of things he said out of his own mouth that makes him sound like a creeper. So, I mean, I'm believing he is the Ben Hill Road creeper. Maybe. Allegedly.
Yeah. And I guess, like, because he was already a felon, I think, wasn't he a felon? He's already a felon, isn't he? Don Wells?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, and so if he had gotten another charge, I don't know.
Well, that charge, anyway, if he would have got any charge like that, them charges carry a lot of time, and yeah, he would have went to prison and things of that nature. That gives motive. That gives motive, but that's only if that is the situation, and we don't really know. If we can think that's the situation, but we have no proof that is the situation, and I believe at this point the police don't either. I think they think that too. I think the police think exactly the same thing that the internet's thinking. It's just they got to be able to prove it in a court of law. And then right now, I don't think they can prove it, but I believe they think that Don and Candace have something to do with this. That's why they not cleared them in 2 years. If they didn't think they would, and the police said the kid won't kidnap, Pruitt himself believes the kid will be found in the holler. So they're saying right there that this little kid is somewhere around there. It's not been kidnapped. I believe that they believe the parents are the suspects. And they are suspects. And it ain't, I don't know if they're the prime suspect, like Don Wells is the prime suspect, like people are saying, but definitely Don Wells is a suspect in the disappearance of his daughter. So is Candace Wells.
Exactly. We got like fireworks going all over, and they're not even allowed here. And oh my God. Yeah, and I wanted to say about, you know, so there's a lot of relevance, isn't there, with you know, the sisters' stories.
All of it all links
of being
together.
Essayed.
I mean, it's starting to all link together. It's making everything sound more and more credible because of his arrest record and the affidavit of what he admitted to the police. To me, if you're breaking into somebody's house, stealing their drawers to go do inappropriate things with, you are a deviant, okay? And if you're doing it then, you're probably doing it now. You were doing it as a kid. You have a missing kid. It is absolutely strange.
It is. And one last thing, you know, like I'm imagining Don Wells going through someone's laundry basket looking for underwear. And so if there aren't any red ones, because he obviously doesn't know what the woman's wearing unless he knew of her before, he probably just takes whatever he can get.
Yeah,
You know?
I don't know.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
It is. It is. But look, I appreciate you calling, Paper Cut
Yeah.
Tina. You be good.
Yeah, I will. Thank you. Happy 4th.
You too. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, okay, like I was saying, is who called the police in the Summer Wells case? Because look, the police said the mother went out for a run. PJ brought this up to me today. She said the police report originally said the mother went out for a run. Right? She said now, if Don would have called the police, the report would have came out the wife went out for a run. She believes, and this makes sense too, that the reason there was some confusion is because one of the Wells boys is the one that called the police. Okay? Now tell me, look, get on to that one, right? That the Wells boy called the police, and that's why the report came out the mother went out for a run, because he said his mother wasn't there. See, I think one of the boys is the one that reported Summer Wells missing. One of the kids. Now, anybody buy that in the chat? Press 1. If bullshit, press 2. Let me see what you guys think about that one. That one of the kids are the ones that called. And remember now, when they took devices, they took the Wells devices and they took the kids' devices. Bullshit, you think? Let's just see what the people think. F you, Nevada. I want to go back to Cali. Is it that hot there? I was thinking about going out to Vegas. 2, BS. Okay. Boys didn't have phone. 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2. Okay, so y'all ain't thinking the boy. Why did the police report the initial call come in so messed up? Was it just bad relaying by the people that took the call? By dispatch? Or was it because the call came in exactly what it said? The mother's gone, girl's missing, dad's on the way home from work. And then it would make a little bit of sense. I don't know. You know, from my understanding, why didn't Candace call? Candace said, what is it, Don called? Or Don? She called Don. Don told her to call. There was a lot of fusion around calling the police. And if Don did take the boys, okay, here's the thing. Where were the boys at when they were at the swimming hole? They were just home by themselves. None of the boys wanted to go swimming. Okay? I find that hard to believe. Hunter said himself that Don was with the boys. Okay? Hunter said that. Not Dolly. Hunter said Don was with the boys. Now, if the boys were there when Don returned, that means that wasn't the first time Don returned to Ben Hill Road that day. Okay? Did he return and Candace is up there tore up with Grandis and he's thinking, I'm going to go to prison because some of these people that tell Dolly, yo, Dolly, we believe he did this to this little girl, are right? And then he went and did something and did something heinous? I don't know. You know, but I know this has to be kicking around in the police and the investigators' minds that are going over this case for sure. Boys supposed to clean house. Dolly.
Dolly, it's Gunnersville Girl Wood.
Hey, Gunner.
Hey, yeah, I was a little intrigued today about JLR because I really took him serious today, where in the past I might not have taken him as serious, but he is very, very convinced that it's Don who has done something with Summer.
I know.
He almost convinced me.
I mean, he had me rethinking what I was thinking today too. I was thinking, look, I mean, he is a weird dude, but he's got the information. He's telling you, look, this dude has these types of behaviors. It's not a stretch. It's not like he's going way out left field with something. He's saying, look, this dude has done this, 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 and this, and I think he's done this.
Yeah, and another thing, too, he said about 3 times recently that
Thank you for subscribing, HDC.
He's kind of got a link to law enforcement because he says they're watching Don. They know everything Don's doing, and that something's going to happen soon, in his opinion.
I mean, I don't know. I hope and pray that something will happen. I mean, I don't think they given up. I was about to say given up. And because, I've heard Pruitt the last time he spoke, he said, he goes in there every morning when he gets to work. He checks over the tip line. If anything's credible, he's still doing it. But he did say that they don't really got much at all. He said, we got the same thing we had a year ago. I don't know what they had a year ago, but the little girl ain't showed up, so it couldn't have been much.
Well, that may be true, but I just never seen him as passionate. He was doing Don Wells impersonations today. That blew my mind when he was pretending he was talking like Don.
Yeah. I mean, he had a lot of he came with receipts. He came with the paperwork. He was like, here's the mugshots, here's the paperwork, here's the affidavits of what the police said he did. And it was horrible. It's like, whoa.
Well, I listened to Justin the other day when he replayed the Jose conversation, the telephone calls, and Jose said specifically that Don did shower with her and how bad it upset him.
I remember Jose saying that too. Jose died. He's dead now. They found him in a park in Cali. I heard that other places too, not just Jose.
Yeah, Jody Sue said it.
He said it.
Yeah, he said it. But Jody Sue said that she was pulled there in front of the house one day and she could see him coming out. I don't know if I believe that or not, but that's something that she said. And then Jose also said that Jody Sue and Candace were pretty close.
Jody Sue, I mean, they're neighbors. I'm sure they are.
Yeah. He said that, they visited. That kind of shocked me with that.
Sassy7 says, is Jose really dead? Yes, he died in California. They found him in a park in a tent. The tent is like a place the park is known for like homeless people that live in tents. And they found Jose from OD, from my understanding. Yeah, he's passed away.
Well, Justin showed his obituary.
Yeah, he's dead. Andrew, me and Andrew had a spread love. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Hold on, we gotta take 1 second. We got a super chat.
Okay.
I think we got a super chat.
All right.
I think we got a super chat.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know. Today my mind was just going 90 to nothing. I said, normally I don't pay as much attention to JLR, but he had receipts today, and Don Wells has been doing cocaine.
You know what I do find funny? I had to say this, but don't sue me, JR. I find this funny, right? JR was like, Don's been accusing everybody. He accused Fred Hill. He accused Josie Brown. He accused... JLR be accusing everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm saying, dude, you just said... I know you just did not say that, right? I had to be like, what did he just say? I was like, man, there ain't nobody accuses more people on the internet than JLR. I was like...
What?
Okay, I'll let him get away with it this one time because he's probably right on this one. He's probably right. Okay, we got to give him this one.
Yeah, I sat down while I just quit flipping my burgers and came in and sat down, and I said, I wrote like Candace on one side of a paper and done. Candace, if she was responsible for Summer, I wrote accident.
Oh, look who it is! It's me, Angela D. Angela D is alive.
Oh, Angela.
I ain't seen Angela it's been months. Angela, I hope you're doing good. Sorry to cut you off, caller. This is a special occasion. Okay. Angela D is back from the dead. Okay. Good to see you, Angela D. Okay.
But Don, you can write under Candace's name, you can write accident. But under Don's name, you can come up with several different things. What he might have done with Summer, what might have happened with Summer. And I just feel like that law enforcement surely knows if he worked that day or not. Did he have the boys with him? Those are simple things, easy things to find out.
Yeah, I would think. But, I mean, if the feds weren't there and the cops weren't there, they really, at that point, they can calculate where their cell phone was at, maybe,
Yeah.
or you got to go on what they said.
And, you know, it's been said the boys were left home. It's been said the boys went to work with him because that he was afraid to leave him at home because of the child welfare coming the day before. And he was afraid if he left them alone, or if they were alone, that then child services might come back, and he didn't want them to be questioned by themselves. And I can kind of see that. So I don't know. And then when Dudley was talking about the way...
this all started over these BB guns, apparently. You know, because the boys had the BB guns, and that's what initially got the social services out there. You know, so...
But have you thought who would know they had the BB guns? It would either be Jody Sue or Grandis, probably.
No, Jody Sue or the lady that lives in the that junkyard. You can see up that way from there too.
Oh, okay.
And the boys were on the roof with the BB guns. So
I got you.
At the time of year, it's possible that the junkyard sits lower than the hill. And it's possible if you were down in that junkyard, you could see if them boys were on the house. And I don't know what you can see from Jody Sue's house, but I know you from right up there, you could look right directly down at Jody Sue's mailbox. So so it's either Jody Sue called or the lady in the Fred Hill's house, or whatever it is, that junkyard area. It was a lady out there when I went there. She's the only one that came out. I was standing out there filming shit, and she walked out, and she was standing there looking at me. She never said nothing, and she was a heavier set woman, and that's the only person I ever really seen out there.
And one last thing, and I'll get off the phone, but another thing that Jose said, and I tend to believe this, that Summer came up missing one day, and I'm thinking he said she was found near Fred Hill's. It was one of the neighbors there. It wasn't a good neighbor, but they had to go get her, and the boys were with him, and that she had wandered off that far, and I tend to believe that.
Yeah, I think they act like she wouldn't walk off that hill. Another thing I thought in the beginning is when the boys went looking for her, they went to the shed, right?
Yeah.
Why did they go to the shed? Because Summer had went out there before. Right?
I think so.
That's the first place they went. Why would that be the first place they went?
Yeah, I think they all played in that shed. I really do. Because, and another thing that Jose said, that the boys they had ridden their bikes on somebody's property, those little scooters, and whoever owned this property ran them off, and it was like way down the road.
Yeah.
And so
they always said that Summer would run after the dirt bikes.
Yeah. So I just think they were on their own pretty much. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to let you go. But, yeah, JLR, I'm going to pay more attention to him because, you know, like I said, he has some facts today.
He has some facts today. I give him that one.
Okay. Well, have a good night, Dolly.
All right, peace.
Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Now he'll do something really creepy. I don't know. He digs, though. He has a different way of doing things than I do it. I mean, everybody has their own way. But as long as you bring in valuable information, I don't care how you get the information or if you do it from a bush. You know what I'm saying? He has a nice bush. His bush is nicer than my bush. I need a better bush. Okay? I'm doing something wrong, apparently. So now if this man blows up and gets 100,000 subscribers, I'm getting me a press shirt. I'm going to be dazzling, right? I'm going to get a hat with a damn... It's going to say press really big. It's going to light up. It's going to like flash it. I'm just kidding. But over 2 years now, no answers for Summer Wells. Everybody's digging for suspects, and then there's no reason to dig. I believe that the main two suspects of this whole thing has been right in front of us all the time. Not just right in front of us, but on the internet with us, right? On live panels with us, on the phone with us. I ain't one to just blame parents. You can be like, they always blame me. I don't. I never blame Brandy Neal. I never blamed Tyler. Always thought they were innocent. I just don't have that same vibe for Candace and Don. I don't. Dolly.
Hey, Dolly, what's happening?
What's good?
Hey, this is Carl. Man.
What's up, Carl?
I see you're not doing the panel stream tonight.
I didn't say I wasn't doing the panel. Oh, yeah, I ain't doing the panel tonight. It's already damn 2:45 in the morning. I didn't realize what time it was.
Yeah. How were the fireworks tonight?
They were pretty good. They scared my little dog. She's been like hiding all day. Won't get from under the blanket.
My fluffy kitty is scared of me.
I bet he is.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have anything that you wanted to touch in to deal with true crime?
I actually do. Hammy put a bottle rocket in my tuchus and lit it up.
Okay, that is a crime, but that don't fall under true crime.
Oh, it happened. It blew my whole booty out.
Okay. All right, there, Carl. You be good. Oh my God, not this guy. This is the dude. I don't know how many of y'all watch the Dolly Uncensored channel. Okay, but I do the panel channel is Dolly Uncensored on YouTube, and this guy calls in all the time, and he be, I don't know, he have shit smeared on his face. He'll have a damn hat on with a propeller. Is the strangest character. I don't know how. Am I a magnet to weird people? Maybe, I don't know. But Dolly seemed to draw in some strange people, and it ain't just him. He's like he ain't even the first. Okay, if you've been around the Dolly journey or even before JMT, there's always been some pretty strange dudes that call in all the time. Like, I don't know, somebody's gonna stab me in the neck one day. That's all I know. I'm gonna be one of these true crime videos. They're gonna be like, did you hear what happened to Dolly? And then I'm gonna be on, like, some channel that gets a lot of views, unlike Dolly Vision. It's the only way I'm gonna make it on YouTube. I gotta die. Okay, once somebody kills me, I'll be a superstar. Everybody will love me. They'll be like, man, Dolly was the man. I shouldn't have talked all that shit about him. Now he dead. I miss him, It's going to be like that. All right, y'all going to miss me when I'm gone. Don't like the video now. Don't be liking my shit when I'm dead, okay? Because I'm going to come back like Tupac, right? I'm going to be dead for 10 years still releasing videos. Right now, when I get offline, I make a video every day. So when I'm dead, I can continue to release videos for the next 7 years, okay? I'm going by Dolly Velly, all right? Dolly never dies. It's like Jigsaw, okay? You want to play a game? That's a song. Miss Me When I'm Gone. We Can Repair Him. $6 Million Man. Dolly, we love you. Thank you, Zircon. I love all you guys, too. I love all you guys, too. And, look, I don't know the answers to Summer Wells' thing. I'm so conflicted in it because, I thought it was an accident. And I just do know this. 100. That little girl didn't have a chance. She was surrounded by monsters. Her daddy has some serial killer fucking tendencies. Breaking in houses and stealing inappropriate things and thinking it's acceptable to do these things. The mother, I hate to say it, is sort of similar. With young boys. Look, guys, I ain't just hearing Hunter's the only young boy either. I'm hearing about other young boys. That's weird. Young men out there, that's weird. Okay, look, young kids, it's like, I need to be a camp counselor or something. Like, look, kids, don't do that shit, all right? Yeah. Thank you for joining up, subscribing, Army. Is that what that says? Okay, I hope so, because I can't see. But thank you for subbing up the channel. Yeah, this inappropriate relationships with younger people. And now, Dom, we heard about it when, one of the things that creeped me out, and this came from Don too, is when he was sharing the story of, like, the lady accusing him. He said there was a little girl off on her own. Hold on a minute. Dolly.
Hello.
Hello.
You killed me. You're in trouble. Did you have a good 4th?
Yeah, it was good. I slept all day.
You slept all day? Silly goose. You didn't see no fireworks?
Yeah, I seen some fireworks.
Mm. We went, kicked me off.
I mean, I didn't go see the fireworks. Huh? I can see the fireworks from my house.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang, darn. Well, we used to when I moved to a new place though, and then when we went to the lake where they set them off, they canceled the freaking thing. I don't know how it happened. Here in the way, Chatsville does their own thing sometimes.
Well, they set them off at downtown Norfolk, and I don't live very far from downtown Norfolk.
Oh, well,
I'm
you
right
live
near
there.
the water,
That's
so they set them off from the water, and I'm right near the water, so I can see them.
Well, that's pretty on the water. They get out there on the boat. I've done that.
They do it. They do it on a barge.
Oh, okay, that sounds pretty. For some reason, they screwed up here. I don't know what the hell happened, but here and over there, maybe mad. We waited all that long. I'm so mad. Anyway, you always got this Don Wells dude up here. I'll tell you, always talking about. In all honesty, you know that little girl is probably not living no more, right?
I'm just telling you now. Get rid of all your red panties, and you ain't never got to worry about Don Wells breaking in your house. Okay, just don't wear red, and you won't wake up with Don Wells at the foot of your bed. I should have been a poet.
That's sick. He's gross. That's sick. Ugh.
I mean,
No, but
maybe he was just
That's
trying to
it.
get, like one of the viewers said, maybe he was just trying to get Candace a pair of new pants. He wasn't with Candace at the time, though. But maybe he was trying to get his future wife a pair of red drawers. He couldn't afford to go to Dollar General.
oh Lord, there's some sick puppies in this world.
They don't sell red lace at Dollar General.
They don't. You goofy.
It's
fuck.
polyester. I don't know. I don't know what they'd be selling there. I don't know. I've never went in that department.
You never win it. No, but I'm talking about the little girl. Period. In all honesty, do you think she's still alive?
Dreadfully honest, in my opinion, I don't think so. I don't think she's alive,
Exactly.
and I think something tragic's happened to her. I don't know if it was an accident at this point. I don't know if it's really what people are saying. Don Wells is a big, huge monster, and he could have did something horrible. I know something bad's happening, and I know the kid wasn't kidnapped.
That's what I'm saying. I don't believe she was kidnapped. I don't want to hear that baloney. I don't believe she was.
Then they know. I mean, we don't know the exact answers, but I think we know that they know. I think
But
they
I
know.
thought he
I
wasn't
think
there.
they
I
know
thought he
that
was
we
at work.
know that they know that we know.
Oh God! Quick tongue test twisting. That's,
That's a lot of knowing,
I'm
but
saying,
everybody's in the know. That's what matters.
right, but he was not there when it happened, right?
Allegedly, according to him, but he could
Oh,
have
there's
been.
no proof behind it.
Yeah, there's no proof that he wasn't there at no point. He just says he was at work that day. That's what he says.
You mean the police don't have nothing to back any of that up after 2 years?
Not that I know of. He has
What?
the call, and when he made the call, he said he was on his way home from work, right? That he was on his way home. So, if he was on his way home from work, he may have never been at work. He works by himself. He had fired Dudley.
I thought
He fired
he
Dudley.
worked for a contractor.
No, he had fired Dudley, so he would have been on the job by itself.
Isn't that convenient?
And they said he was staying at the jobs late, that he'd bring a microwave to cook fucking food and stuff like that. So because he was trying to duck CPS.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, but after 2 years in that police department, hasn't eliminated nothing or done any work at all?
hasn't eliminated them. I'm sure they're investigating, but they've not been
2
cooperative.
years?
In the very beginning, they haven't cooperated with the police whatsoever. Very limited.
Well, how can you get away with that? How can you not cooperate with the police when you're the main two people that's around the kid?
They got a lawyer for one, and they got a private investigator. So they're going through the private investigators to delivering lawyers to deliver messages to Don, and Don's feeding out information to YouTubers that are being paid by Tim Mullins to muddy the water and spread misinformation, when really all it's doing is taking the blame off the two people that really was there, Don and Candace Wells.
You know, that this whole situation, when you talk about it, this whole case is so messed up.
I don't know which one of them did it. You know, I'll say that. But one of them did it, and both of them know. Well,
I just can't believe that 2 years and nothing. Not one sign or no clue or nothing.
Not a piece of clothing, not a piece of hair,
not
even a. I thought I seen her. You know, nothing.
That's weird. You know, that's very strange. Really weird.
Yeah, and
I don't get that at all. Is it because it's such a small hick town?
I mean, just that area is small, but it ain't. I mean, once you get out into the main drag of it, it's not super tiny. I mean, they got a couple Walmarts and shit.
They got a couple.
You know
So
what
it
I'm saying?
really ain't all that like a one stoplight little town then, right?
No, there's more than one stoplight. You know, they got a damn.
Okay.
They had a Holiday Inn Suites. You know, with an indoor pool.
Oh, really?
I mean, it ain't the middle of damn West Virginia mountains. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that.
Right.
It ain't that bad. It ain't that.
Okay.
It ain't that bumfuck. You know, it's
It
pretty.
ain't that Hicksville, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I've been a lot more deserted places than that, where you're like out there and you're like scared. You're like, man, I ain't shit for like 100 miles.
You were scared to break down. You don't know what will happen, right?
Yeah, everything in there. Like even if you broke down out there in the holler, you're a 10-minute walk from a house, maybe if that. You know, you ain't gonna be walking for 3 days trying to find something.
Trying to find something. Then I don't understand why they haven't. I just don't know how somebody can get away with it for 2 years and not have anything on them at all.
I mean, let's just say this: 2 people commit a crime. The only people on the planet know are them 2 people, and they never say nothing. They're going to be the only 2 people to know.
Then why aren't they taken apart separately and grilled?
The hell if I know? Bad police work, maybe? I don't know why they haven't. I don't know what they've done. Maybe they've done that. And maybe the boys ain't said. I don't know. I just know
that the son.
That kid was not kidnapped off that hill. If you
I don't believe that. I've never believed that since the day you've been talking about it. I've never believed that.
You need GPS to find that house. If I told you where it was at, you couldn't find it.
Probably not.
That's what I'm saying. I'd draw you a map and you still wouldn't find that house. Matter of fact, I had been out there a couple times and I was in front of the house and didn't know where the house sat. Like when I finally went up to the house, I said, man, I thought the house was over there. I've been looking the whole wrong direction the whole time. No wonder I never seen your fucking house. It's in that direction. I thought it was up the hill to the left. It's up the hill to the right.
Then why are they worried about that time when y'all were supposed to go people going up on their property? Then why would they be worried about that? Nobody can find it.
I don't know why they're so difficult. That kid's not on the property. They act like that hill got gold on it or something, and we're gonna mine it, and somebody can go steal something from them or something. They ain't got nothing.
Not the pictures I've seen on the internet. That ain't no gold.
That's what I'm saying. It ain't shit up there. They're so worried about people going up there. I don't know why.
Right.
I mean, it ain't nothing up there.
Well, didn't you say they sold it?
They're saying it's for sale. Remember when Dolly told everybody they were selling that? And I told everybody, I was like, see, I'm psychic.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Remember, I kind of first one to come up here and said they're going to sell that house on Ben Hill Road. And
who would buy that?
Somebody needs some land. This shit's beautiful. Dolly would buy it cheap.
Dolly buy it. Oh, cheap for real. You don't want that crazy. You don't live in Tennessee. You said you love Virginia.
I do, but I give me a little vacation spot. He sold it cheap enough. And then I go out there, bulldoze that house down there, put me a really nice trailer out there that I could go vacation in. Like a 35-foot one with a nice shit in it, and then it'll be a nice little spot.
Then why don't they do that?
Because they spend all their money on drugs and alcohol and don't care. I'd had that place looking so good, I'd clean that whole hill up.
Then what? Didn't really think about it. They probably don't even know what happened to the kid. It probably hurt him by accident. And why do you think, if they're all that stuff and got going on drugs, of course they're going to take those boys away from them. You can't raise kids and do drugs and crap like that.
Of course. Them boys are way better off, and that's why the boys don't want to come home. And the word on the YouTube streets is this, that Candace could have got the boys back. They would have gave Candace the boys back, but she had to get away from Don. And at one point, I'm hearing she was filing, one of her friends was helping her file a divorce from Don. And she had every opportunity while he was in jail to get away from her. But she's so dependent on Don because he supplied her alcohol for so many damn years. That's all she knows.
She should have did it for the kids and kicked that fool to the curb.
I agree with you.
I mean, she could have got help somehow, I guess.
I mean, she had friends trying to help her this whole time, letting her stay there, trying to get her on her feet, all kinds of things, trying to get her sober.
Yeah, but do you think she's scared of him?
maybe, I don't know. I didn't really get the scared vibe from her of him. Like, she didn't look like she was just petrified of Don to me. But I don't know. I know they're codependent on each other. They're not on the same page, right? They kind of argue and bicker. They're like an old ass married couple. To be honest, like, they're not on the same page at all. But I think Don controls the whole thing.
Right. He controls everything, right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, she
And
bitches and complains and moans, but I think when it comes down to it, it's Don's way.
Because she's not strong enough by herself to like dictate to him and tell him or come back at him.
She can't survive on her own.
Right. She has to have somebody to tell her what to do, basically, and direct her.
Yes. And thank you so much, Lori. Hold on 1 second, caller. Lori, thank you so much for gifting those memberships. And guys, if y'all got a membership from Short Legs, make sure you say thank you to her. Okay? Well, it's going to pop up a minute. It's going to pop up all these new members. So is this going to keep dinging for a second? Oh. Okay, well, we got it. That's the bad thing about when you give memberships. Nikki got a membership. Welcome, Nikki.
How many did she do?
5. Right there. Dorothy has become a member. That's 3. We got 2 more to go. Let's see who else. I think it puts all 5. There we go. T-Rev. T-Rev is a member. We got you, T-Rev. You stuck now. You official. You got a turtle shell. You got to go back with a turtle shell to your channel.
He has a channel?
Yeah, T-Rev. Yeah, he gets a good channel. He covers a lot of the Brian kohberger stuff.
Never mind. I know who he is. Okay.
Welcome, Wood Fairy. He's been putting out the videos, the leaked footage. That's where I shared that video from with T-Rev. So guys, if y'all wondering where I got that video,
yeah, I know.
Shout out to T-Rev for that one. Yeah, so go check him out. T-Rev 757, I believe it is. Or it may be T-Rev. It may be T-Rev time. I'm not for sure. But T-Rev, just put in T-Rev. You'll find him.
Right. No, what I was saying, and that's why she wouldn't be able to handle those boys by herself then. No. She wouldn't know what to do.
I mean, when Don left the first time to Utah, he took the oldest boy. You know, I don't think Candace did too much parenting anyway. I think the boys just took care of themselves. So,
wait a minute. How old are they?
The oldest boy, I think now, I don't know exactly. I don't want to say and be wrong, just be totally off. I say something wrong, I'll be on a damn clip channel. They'll be like, how stupid Dolly is.
Are they under 13?
Yes. At the time, yes.
They're not supposed to be taking care of themselves. Legally, they can't take care of themselves.
No. That's the same thing I said. I thought you had to be 13 to take care of yourself.
You have to be 12 to be left alone by yourself.
I think the oldest boy at the time was 12. He was right around that age, 11, 12 years old.
Yeah, he can't take care of their little brothers and a little girl. That's not his. You can't do that.
I know it. I said the same thing. I was like, and then, then blaming on the kids. Oh, the boys were supposed to be watching their little sister. No, their mama was supposed to be watching.
That's right.
Yeah,
right.
And they blaming it on the boys, and that's why they ain't got their kids now. You know what I'm saying? Not only was you had your kid in bad situations in a fucking unfit house, but then when you do something horrible, you blame it on the kids. And you see the interview where he's doing on the news, Don Wells, with his son, and he was like, yeah, the boys were supposed to be watching their sister, but they were playing the game. The little boy had his head down all sad and shit. Because they're putting the blame on the boys. And it ain't the boys' job to watch their little sister. It's their mom and daddy's job to watch that little girl.
I bet you those little boys are happy to be away because that's a complex to them. They ain't supposed to watch those.
From what I'm hearing, they were on the phone with Candace saying they didn't want to come back. That they didn't want to come home.
Well, as long as social services hears that, they'll never go home.
Yeah, them kids probably somewhere with a PlayStation 5. Probably never touched one in their life with a normal TV to get, normal food, dinner, breakfast, living a life that they ain't used to living. And once you get living a normal life, you don't want to go back to living in poverty, and you know what I'm saying? They probably didn't
Well, not
realize how
bad.
bad they had it until they had it good.
Right, but plus he belittled them. He made them feel bad, blaming them for something that they're not responsible for.
I agree. I didn't think that was the right thing to accuse, or to blame your kids or to put blame on them. Because them, look, now these kids got to grow up without their sister. They got to grow up without their mom and daddy. And the last memories they got is you blaming them for the death or their little sister missing.
Well, hopefully they'll get some counseling and that'll help them with it. But no, they don't need to be with them because obviously they're not mature enough anyway to raise kids, to be perfectly honest.
Well, they lost every kid they had. Candace gave up one kid in the hospital because she was all drugged out. So, I mean, this is 7 kids? They've lost all 7 kids?
Wait a minute, she had kids after she lost the one in the hospital?
She's had so many kids taken from her, I done lost count. There's 7 kids gone. At least 7.
Then if that happened, why were they allowed to have those kids in the house with them anyway?
Because they kept jumping from state to state, like they get in trouble in Utah, then they get in trouble in Arkansas, then they get in trouble somewhere else, and they go to Tennessee. He's been jumping around, just trying to avoid it. When his gimmick or their cons are done somewhere, they pack up and move. It's like a carnival. It's a circus.
But that's got to be exhausting for the kids. That's not no home life. That's terrible.
Yeah, but now they can really run their cons because they don't got to worry about no kids. They're not to them kids were luggage. They didn't care about them kids anyway.
Then, I hate to say it, but her being a little girl, whatever, if she is gone from this world, she's in a better place. She ain't got to deal with that crazy stuff.
Yeah.
It's sad, but it's,
and let's
they're
just
God's
say,
kids.
if they found Summer Wells today, like if somebody walked up and was like, "Oh my God, it's Summer Wells," and they called the police and the police recovered her, she wouldn't go back to those people.
Hell no.
They would never let that little girl go back on that hill.
I would hope they would not let them go back to the Navy.
Yeah, they would put her instantly into the system.
I think the whole thing, like I said, I didn't start really watching you two, Simon. When you talk about that one right much, you talk, everybody talks about that one right much. I'm not really into it as much, but just listen to y'all. It sounds like a whole weird thing.
I've been trying not to think about that one. That Georgia stuff be creeping up on me before I know it. I've been trying to keep that out my mind.
Oh, that's right. Oh.
Yeah, but I haven't.
Well, it's better just.
I haven't forgot it though. I still think it's.
Well, you can't forget it.
It's horrible.
But I'm just saying, you might as well just get that over with and that court date and get it over with and let it go on.
Well, I can't. I gotta. It's up to the courts. I haven't delayed it any.
Oh, I know. I remember you said your lawyer. I said, but it'd be good when you get it over with, just get it behind you and not deal with the crap anymore.
Yes,
behave yourself.
Yes, that would be.
Don't pull them on bullhole.
I'm not. I can guarantee you that. I'll put that in writing. Okay. Yeah, I'll be glad. I'll be glad to.
Okay, you don't need. Huh?
I'll be glad when it's all behind me too.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want that crap on the back of your back and always looking over your shoulder like, dang, I got to go to some crap court again. Just going into a court building, it sucks.
Yeah, I know.
Just the smell of it. It's like, I don't know. I just don't like it. But anyway.
Yeah, but I just got to look at it like this. Leilani's going to do a lot longer than I am.
Oh, heck yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Her time's going to be a lot harder than mine.
Well, I hope so. She killed a child.
Well, I guarantee you, I bet you Billy Joe, I bet she's sitting in that jail broke. I bet you her mama didn't put nothing on her books. I bet she's hating life. And that's what
you don't think she'd help her out at all?
I don't think she's helping her at all, no. I bet she ain't.
Not one bit.
No. She might. I don't know. It's hard to say. But I doubt it.
Well, the girl did a horrible thing, so in a way I can't feel sorry for her because she did one of the mistakes. I think she had issues to begin with. We know that.
Now, that one YouTuber might be sending her something. I don't know. There's people out here that support these baby killers, man. I don't get it. I don't get how you could support somebody that's done something horrible like that.
Because they got a sick mind too, and they just want to look at justify it how they want it to be.
I guess,
They just, I don't know. Some people they try to look at both sides for some reason and make it a side that fits the way they want it to fit. But it's not. It's all the facts are there. She did what she did, and she has to pay the consequences. You know?
Yeah, and
Mhm.
I hope they throw the book at her. I just it's
When,
sad because
when,
they're that baby looks so much like her. Quentin looked just like Leilani.
you look exactly like her. Also, the Cody looks just like him.
I know. Maybe there's something to that. I hate to say that, but maybe I don't know. People hate seeing a reflection of themselves sometimes, or they hate themselves and they seeing themselves.
Most people want to see their kids look like them.
I would think so. But then, like I said, Quentin looked just like Leilani, and you're right. Cody looked just like his daddy, and that makes it even sadder.
You would think, but people that do that stuff, Dolly, has no soul. They got a screw loose upstairs, and they just got, I don't know, they don't have a soul.
Or they're selfish and they only care about themselves.
Well, you could see that about Leilani a little bit. I don't know much about the dad for Cody. I didn't really see him enough, but he's probably the same way. But Leilani was, you could see that. She went out partying and stuff. She cared, just silly. She did care about herself, but I think she was just trying to, I don't know. She had an issue with her mama raising her too. The whole cycle.
Leilani did not care whatsoever. She was so cold and so dark that it is unbelievable. I don't, even her partying, the whole Casey Anthony thing, tie beats, let's go out and get drunk, hit on the waiters. Yeah. I got a missing baby. People are literally digging through trash trying to find your baby, and you out sipping and tipping and trying to get the D. That ain't. Yeah. I'm glad I got to show my part in that, of outing her for that, and all the things that went on with that. I'm glad I got to play my part in that, because she shouldn't have been out doing that shit. The world needed to see that. And I guarantee you that's going to be used against her in court. So y'all can thank Dolly for that one.
Yeah. Well, it should be used against her in court. They did some crazy stuff. I mean, they did some wild stuff on a motorcycle and all that stuff, and going over there acting crazy. And even in the yard, the craziness and stuff that they did was just, I've never seen stuff like that occur before. It blew my mind.
I haven't ever seen that. Not only seen it, but be a part of it. To be like, it's like a fucking what is
movie.
What is that channel? The damn that shows the B flick like fucking documentaries. Lifetime. It was like being in a real life Lifetime movie. You know what I'm saying?
Lifetime movie.
With not good actors. A bunch of fucking shitty actors in it. That's what it was like, though.
See, I couldn't imagine even being around that. I watched y'all, but I wouldn't want to be a part of it. That's weird. I don't know. I don't get it. And for one reason, I don't know how the mama, what is it? What's the mama's name? Billy Joe?
To me, I just took it as a learning experience. When I walked away from it all, I was like, okay, that sure was a learning experience. Okay?
Oh, that's a big time, Lori. What happened, because you never talk about, what happened with the babysitter? You don't see her anymore.
Well, hopefully everybody's left her alone and her family has went back to normal. She has an awesome family. Her kids are cool. She seemed like a super awesome, nice woman.
So she didn't move away from the nuts.
Well, no, she didn't plan it. She was talking about it when she could save up some money of getting up out of there. But I think shortly after that, Billy Joe left there for a while. And then somebody told me they had seen her out there again. So I don't know if she's coming or going or what, but I don't know. It's been quiet. But I'll be back down there before long anyway, and I'll be able to know kind of what's going on.
When is her next court date?
That I don't know. It's somewhere, I think, in September or October.
Well, dang, I thought it was pushing kohberger.
I know, and the delay in her stuff, I don't know what the delay is in her stuff, because my hope was this, that she went to court before me. Okay?
Yeah.
Because I wanted her convicted the time I walked in there. So, if she's innocent, then I look like I was at some innocent lady's house. You know what I'm saying? But if she's a guilty killer, then I was standing outside of a killer's house. You know what I'm saying? I wanted her convicted first. Was my hope.
Well, we know, I mean, it's too much evidence. They know that she did it. I mean, come on.
I mean, I know they know she did it. And it was getting scary there with her not being arrested, and they had been searching and not finding nothing. I had to say, man, hats off to Chief Hadley. In the end, he didn't give up. He found the baby. I should have had more faith in law enforcement. So, I mean, it's a learning experience. I got to learn to give them a little bit of more credit because they do be working their ass off and they do be making these
Well,
sacrifices.
Virginia's slacking, Cody.
Oh man, they've let
They
this
slack.
they've let this baby down. They've let this baby down. I agree. I agree.
I don't know the crap happened there.
I agree.
But I don't want two major cases being at the same time, kohberger and hers, because then it's going to be too, messed up.
Yeah, a lot of this is going to run around the same time frame, for sure.
I know.
Damn,
and that's not good.
Cody Bigsby, Leilani, Brian kohberger, the dude, Doerman, Chad Doerman.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of it running. Yeah, we got it. In the next few months, we got a lot of big true crime court cases and things. It's good for true crime. I mean, if you're into true crime.
It's good for true crime, but I like them a little bit apart from each other, so it's not too overwhelming. Keeping, you can't spend so much time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like you got 50 things going on and you got to keep up with all of it. Yeah, I know.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, like that. But oh well.
All right, well, you be good.
All right.
Don't do nothing I would do.
Bye.
All right, peace. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of stuff coming up. There's a lot of crazy people going to court. You know what I'm saying? It's the time of justice, right? As long as it skips me, we good. But I didn't kill nobody. I ain't a serial killer. I ain't in nobody's bushes. I ain't never broken nobody's house and stole no red panties, Don Wells. That is strange, guys. And everybody acts like it ain't no big deal. It is. Everybody acts like that ain't got nothing to do with the Summer Wells case. I think it does. Dolly.
Dolly, Diana. What's up?
What's up, Diana?
I'm calling because I need to talk about some real true crime that just happened a couple nights ago here. I was up at 1 o'clock in the morning and we got 6 phones in the house. They all went off and it was an Amber Alert.
Uh-huh.
Well, in Lansing, there is this little gorgeous baby, and which is really weird. Her name is Winter.
Is it the 2-year-old little girl that they arrested the dude?
Yes, yes.
All right, go ahead, tell everybody.
So
I've
he
heard
takes
about it.
off. Thank you, because one of my other podcast ladies, she had a whole show on this today, and it was not even 48 hours.
Okay, let me make sure we're talking about the right thing. He stabbed the girl up. The girl got away. He kidnaps the baby. He takes off. They get him, but he won't tell where the baby's at. The FBI has a $25,000 reward for the baby. Same case?
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly. This baby was not his baby, but there was an older child that was his. He didn't take his kid. He took this little girl. So he takes off from Lansing right when it happened. Of course, I get the Amber Alert, right? So I know the path, the highways and stuff. I've got all kinds of relatives live between Detroit and Lansing. So
the police
they got him within 3 hours.
The police released his path in hope that it may help the public recover the little girl. Because I know they released it.
That makes me feel so good because
they released
I'm
his
the one who
exact
told
path.
the police to do that. That makes me feel good to see it come out that fast. Yeah, exactly. Went right by my dad's house, right by my sister's house. So that's halfway in between. And then I've got my nephews live in Lansing. So he jumped on that highway. They got him 3 hours later in a high-speed chase, and he didn't have the baby. So we're all just...
My thing about this is when you got a situation like this, where you got a dude that has kidnapped a baby, you got him in custody, but he won't give up that baby. I say that's when we go Guantanamo Bay. I mean, we gotta have a way.
We're talking.
We gotta have a way.
Michigan, honey. They made sure to let us know he is conscious. So you gotta know how to read between the lines up here.
He's conscious.
They said he is in the hospital. He received injuries. They aren't sure how.
We whipped
but
his
he
ass.
Is conscious.
We whipped his ass pretty good,
Exactly.
but he's alive. He's alive, but he ain't talking because right now his jaw's being stitched up because we dropped some knees on his face. That's what he gets.
Exactly.
That's what he gets. You know
And that's how it should go. Yeah. But it was just weird because, little summer, and then we got winter, and my doggone granddaughter, she's getting I got to get her away from this stuff. She goes, well, as long as autumn doesn't disappear. I thought, oh, my God.
Oh, man. That is...
it's getting too much. But I just wanted you guys to know that and know her name is Winter Cole Smith. And if you look her picture up,
Yep.
she is adorable.
She is. I seen her picture, and I actually read the story right before
Good.
shortly before I jumped up here, and I was like, well, that is horrible. And the FBI is offering a $25,000 reward where any whereabouts of this baby. Like I said, he is in custody. The mother's alive. She's healing from her wounds, from my understanding.
Yeah. Yeah, she's home now. Yeah.
So, but like I said, the baby has not been recovered. He's not talking. So this baby is somewhere out there, or if anybody has any information that knows this guy or may know what he may have done, contact the FBI. Okay? That's the best thing I can tell you.
Thank you. They said up here in Michigan, it's 1-800-CALL-FBI. So thank you. I'm going to let you go. I love you. I appreciate you
No
for
problem.
mentioning her.
You be good.
And you be cool. Bye-bye.
All right, peace. Yeah, serious situation on that one. And I had just seen that before I came up here. Is, that he had stabbed a mother. I mean, repeatedly stabbed her. But somewhere in the struggle, she got away, ran. Okay, so she survived the attack. But in that, he's took the child. Put up a struggle with the police. Police took him into custody. But right now, they have no clue to where little Winter is. I couldn't remember her name, but thank you, caller, for calling in and reminding me of that, because I did see that and I probably should have mentioned that to you guys, but it was in my brain. It just took a little bit to bring it out. Okay, I try to keep up with the craziness in this world, but it happens so much, right? Like every day it's something. Okay, and it's hard to believe at how many people get kidnapped. And I ain't talking about just kids, little kids. I'm talking about adults that go missing, just vanish in the thin air every day. Like Johnny called in about the one guy. He'd been vanished for 8 years. They found him disoriented 8 years later. They're still unclear what happened to that guy, right? It hasn't came out yet. But that is a good sign of, like, don't give up hope when people go missing. But you got to remember the circumstances. Like, usually when they find your boots and they don't find you, I usually go straight to UFOs got you. Okay? If the boots are there and you ain't there, if all that's left is your shoes, apparently they got nice carpet on UFOs and they don't take your shoes with them. Okay? They always leave the shoes. That's like in the Dylan Rounds case. And, I don't like to, sometimes I do joke and play. But when they found his shoes, I was like, oh, shit. I knew right then, I was like, man, they're not going to find Dylan Rounds. Anytime they just find your shoes, they never find you. I don't know why that is. It's like hey, here's the shoes. Hey, the rest of them gone. Good luck. And then, we find out what happened to Dylan Rounds, and the dude's been charged, and he will get justice, but still never recovered his body. No clue to where his body's at. His family, they know he's gone, and they'll get, to deal with that, but they'll never get to bury their son unless this man talks. And then you get to the situation where, as a family, do you go, hey, we'll take some of your prison time off, if you tell us where our son is at, so you could properly bury him. I mean, I think I I would. I would want my kid. I think I'd work a deal with the killer. I wouldn't let him out, but, maybe shave some years off to tell us, hey, where's Dylan Rounds at? Because you did it. You ain't never getting out of prison. You might as well just tell it. One of those things. We have our one missing 10-year-old. He was supposedly put in a wood chipper. Wow. Okay. That's a horrible way to go, a wood chipper. That sounds like something straight out of a horror movie. Okay, now I love some horror movies. I like the good ones though. I like the old ones, like Friday the 13th, like the first 3. After 3, I can't really mess with it. Nightmare on Elm Street up to the first 3, I kind of liked it. Halloween, the first 3. Well, I didn't like the one with the pumpkins. I don't know if any of y'all are horror movie fans, where it didn't have Michael Myers and it was just the people with the pumpkins and their head turned into like bugs and shit. That was the stupidest Halloween movie ever, next to the Rob Zombie version of Halloween. Okay, that shit was stupid. Okay, greatest movie ever made. Talladega Nights. Okay, Talladega Nights. If you ain't first, you last. Ricky Bobby, baby. Okay, and Dolly loves Little Baby Pancakes. All right, just let me know. I don't know shit about crepes, but I know about Little Baby Pancakes. All right, I'm down with them. I'm down with the Little Baby Pancakes. That's a guarantee of never being found. What's up, Team Rose? It's good to see you. The first Halloween is always will be classic. All others, yeah, I mean, you know, the first few movies, they're decent, and then they just get stupid. Like, y'all remember Jason Goes to Space? Jason Goes to Hell. Jason Goes to the Bronx, right? I was thinking, damn, Jason's taking more vacations than I am, okay? Jason in space. That shit is stupid as hell. So, you know, I'm doing my horror movie theme in my living room, and I just bought this new Freddy Krueger poster. It is badass, right? I got it framed up and everything for my living room, and oh, it's bad. It's the one where he has the syringes as the fingers. It's done in like a yellow and green. It's badass. I mean, for a poster, it was expensive, but I got it framed and everything, so it's going to look really fucking cool on my wall. But it's the Freddy Krueger poster where he don't have the claw. It's, what is it? Dream Master. That was awesome. That's an awesome movie. So that was one of my favorites. So I got that poster. The Sound of Freedom is getting great reviews and selling out. No Malone, stupidest. Do we have any horror movie fans in here? How about that? Press 1. We got any horror movie fans? Press 1. If you don't like horror movies, press 2. I just want to see my people. Want to see turtles out there. What are you guys into? Y'all into horror movies? I've always been into horror movies, serial killers, weird stuff. I don't never want to hurt nobody. I just always like that stuff. I don't know. It's creepy and weird, but I'm the nicest person in the world. I wouldn't never stab you. I wouldn't cut your head off with an axe. Nothing. But them movies, them creepy, scary movies, slasher movies, I like. I don't like, you know, like The Exorcism of Emily Rose and these possession movies. I don't like that. I like slasher movies, right? I really like Jeeper Creepers until he turned into like a giant fucking moth, okay? Because you know in this world, a giant moth ain't gonna come kill you, all right? But you never know. Somebody like Jason Voorhees with a mask on and a machete might run up in your crib and chop your ass up. That could really happen, okay? Freddy, yeah, that ain't gonna happen. But Freddy was still scary, right? But I like a good slasher movie. And what they're lacking is like the 2023 version of the next horror movie slasher that carries on. You know how you have Friday the 13th, 1 through 50. You got Freddy, 1 through 50, right? You got Halloween, 1 through 50. But we need somebody else. Somebody to scare the shit out of you. Like when you go to bed at night, you like it, man, I hope this dude don't show up, all right? Because that's how I was when I was a kid. Like I remember watching Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one. I was all alone in the house. It was dark. That movie scared the shit out of me, right? I was like, I don't know why I watched that alone or how I ended up watching it. But I remember I was sitting there in the dark watching Nightmare on Elm Street. Little kid, just sitting there like, and that movie scared the shit out of me. But it scared me so much that it made me a fan of scary movies. Like Dad, I started watching all kinds of horror movies after that, like The Phantasm with the tall man and the damn graveyard trolls. And then I started getting into the B-flick, like gore horror movies and different things like The Evil Dead, Bruce Campbell movies, and I don't know, I just like a good movie. And if it's funny and has horror in it, I like that too. You know, like I'll give you a prime example. Bill and Ted versus Evil, okay? kind of horror movie-ish, but funny comedy. That's kind of cool. You know, I like stuff like that. Another one would be A Little Bit Zombie. I don't know if anybody's ever seen that, but it's about a dude that gets bit by a zombie mosquito, and he turns into a zombie. But he's supposed to get married, and his wife is so controlling, she don't want him to turn into a zombie, so she's like feeding him rabbits and shit. It's a crazy movie. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but stuff like that. As long as it has a little bit of horror, a little bit of comedy. I really liked Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, what is it, the Three Among Us or whatever. I like the whole House of a Thousand Corpse kind of franchise. I like Rob Zombie doing those movies. I just don't like nothing else he does. Okay, like when he tries to make a serious movie, like when he did Halloween, I honestly thought it was the worst Halloween movie, next to the pumpkin one, ever made. Okay, like worse than any of the sequels. Just terrible. I was just like, yo, this is the worst shit ever. Now the remake of the newest Friday the 13th, I thought that was pretty good, where they had Jason running people down and chopping them up and shit. I was like, all right, now Jason can run. All right, I don't know how I got sidetracked into that, to the whole horror movie thing, but just, you know, it is what it is. I wanted to share that about that poster I bought. Kenny says, Dolly, you're reading my mind. Jeepers Creepers, love watching serial killers. Well, yeah, like I like some suspense movies, you know. I like I just rewatched. I've been rewatching like the Hannibal Lecter series. Like the other night I watched Red Dragon. So I'm just going back over the old movies, you know, some of the old classic movies. In the middle of the night when I go to lay down and go to bed, I'll put on like something that does with, you know, like Killings and Jigsaw, and I don't know, them are cool movies to me. I don't know, it interests me. Even though I've seen it. Like you can watch the Jigsaw series and you'll start watching it and then you'll be like, oh, all the time, right? You'll figure out, you'll learn something that you didn't know. Because the movies are so tied together, the Jigsaw series, they've done such a good job of tying Jigsaw together, all the movies together, how this man, even though he's dead, his game continues. That even when you go back to the first movie, you got to ask yourself sometimes, did they write all these movies and then put one out at a time? Or did they come up with this? Because it all links all the way back. And it's just, it's insane, right? I think that's a good franchise too, is the Jigsaw one. He said, Mab says the fireworks are still popping. Well, you're on the West Coast. It's 3:33 a.m. where I'm at. It's pretty quiet now. Lolo is scared to death. You don't see her in the lap tonight, nothing. She's been under the blankets since that first bottle rocket went off, okay? She thinks the world is ending. I went to, like, go pick her up, and she was just like, she scoured under the blanket and wrapped herself up and just boop, like, I don't want to move. Like, I guess she thinks, like, the world is ending. I'm like, Lolo, it's just firecrackers. But she don't know. She's just scared to death. So hopefully she'll come out tomorrow, right? And it's good to see you, Angela D. I hope you've been doing well. I ain't been doing too bad, you know. I'm still here. Unfortunately, I'm just playing. Nah, I love my time on YouTube. I love the time I get to spend with you guys. It's always good times. You saw The Exorcist when you was a little kid. You were so freaked out. It almost turned me off women. Oh, when the girl starts floating. You know, I was just looking at stuff from The Exorcism. Just collectible stuff and things like that. You know, little things from movie sets. And I don't know. I'll be looking up some weird shit. But I was just looking up some shit on just little horror movie collectibles. Texas Chainsaw Massacre first movie was awesome. Read. Oh, dude, the first two of Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies are great. So in the second one, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Ernest Driftwood, which is Devil's Rejects, he is the guy from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I don't know if y'all know this, right? The guy in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 with the clothes hanger that keeps picking his head and he lights the lighter to it and he keeps eating it, right? That is Ernest Driftwood from Devil's Rejects, okay? The one is like, I'm here to do the devil's work, and he smashes the dude. That's Ernest. That's the character Ernest Driftwood. But he is actually the dude from Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I thought that was cool. I didn't know that when I seen the movie, and then I watched the making of Devil's Rejects, and it was Rob Zombie when he was doing the casting call, and he was super excited to have the dude from Texas Chainsaw Massacre in this movie. And yeah, he ended up playing the character Ernest Driftwood. I wait for the head to do a 360. Do you know what it's like living in society with that kind of fear? Well, look, I see all kind of women's heads that can do a 360. All right. I just stay away from them women. Be like, hey, can your head spin all the way around? If that's the case, nice knowing you. Okay? It's nice knowing you. How do people watch people be tortured? I don't know. What about the movie Hostel? Right? That's a scary situation where rich people kill people for sport. Right? I mean, I think there's some realness to that. You know what I'm saying? In some of these movies, I mean, the concept came from somewhere. Right? Maybe there are some rich people out there killing people for sport. A lot of these movies nowadays are like that. Dolly.
Hi, Dolly.
Hey.
It's Zircon.
Zircon. What's up? It always reminds me of a damn Transformer movie.
I know. I wish I really had something cool back.
How did I do with my Transformer voice? Was it a good one?
I don't know.
Oh, we had to check with the chat. That was my best Optimus Prime.
I don't think I heard it. I'm sorry, I missed that.
I can only do it once.
Okay, maybe next time.
Okay.
The reason why I called is talking about movies. Did you see Fargo?
Fargo? I mean, I heard of the movie. I can't remember if I've seen it or not.
What I like to watch is...
Does anybody get stabbed in the face in it?
No, but they get put in a wood chipper.
Oh, I probably didn't see it then.
But what I was going to say is, it's based on a true story.
Was it based on the human centipede?
No, it was based on
I probably didn't see it.
Oh, I get you. Yeah. No, I don't do the slasher movies.
Oh, I just like crazy movies. If it's insane, I like them.
Okay, I could see that.
I like the Hostel movies. I mean, it's a little creepy because it's really scary that you could be somewhere and somebody kidnap you and kill you. So them movies are always scary. I like real life scary. You know, you could be walking through the woods, somebody jump out, kill you. I like that. That's really scary to me. Like aliens getting to me ain't scary, or some supernatural being getting to me ain't scary, a ghost getting me ain't scary. But somebody jumping out the woods with a damn axe is, for some reason, always been scary to me.
Well, my grandma always said it's the live ones you got to worry about.
Right?
In the woods, usually.
Yeah, I ain't worried about the boogeyman. I'm worried about a dude kicking in the door with a damn axe. Talking about, here's Johnny. And I'm like, oh, shit. You know, Brian Kohberger.
Yeah.
I'm worried about Brian Kohberger kicking in the door in the middle of the night, waking up somebody standing over me type shit.
Oh, that would be awful. No, The Shining, now, that was a good one.
The Strangers creeped out Angela. The Strangers, where they just come up and ring the doorbell for no reason, just kill you. It's just a random act of violence. That is a scary movie. They should have kept that going a little bit better. Strangers.
Well, I won't keep you. I know it's getting late. And since you haven't seen Fargo, it's a classic, Dolly. You should check it out sometime.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
And it's real.
All right. People in wood chipper,
Yeah.
it sounds all right to me.
I know I'm saying it's got a lot of action in it.
Okay. I think I think I've seen it. I'm not positive though.
All right. Well, it's not the television program. It was a movie.
Yeah.
Okay, because there was a TV show called Fargo also.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll be mixing them up then.
Not to be confused. Okay. I didn't mean to confuse.
Okay. It's all good. I'll check it out if I get a chance. Peace.
All right, you do. Bye.
Yeah, if nobody dies in it and they ain't been chopped up and like them the type of movies I like to watch. I did go watch the new Flash movie the other day. It was alright. You know, I watch some Marvel movies if I ain't got nothing to do. I'm bored or something and there ain't nothing else to watch. Dolly.
Dolly.
Mab. You ready to get kicked off the island tomorrow? Well, technically today. We're doing Turtle Island later today, and you got to go.
I got to get a goddamn video up today.
You better do something. You better do something. The masses are going to be watching. They're waiting to get you up out of there. They're waiting to get you. They told me. They said, let Mab know his time has come. We're going to sing a song for you. It's going to be like The Undertaker. When you.
I've been, my face has been horrible.
I know it's been scaring the shit out of me nightly. Like, I was looking for scary horror posters, and they got one for $24.99 where you could put anything on the poster you wanted, and I was just going to put your face on it. I was like, it don't get much scarier than that.
I know. My dog is fucking freaked out on fireworks, man.
I know. My dog, Lolo, don't even like me right now. She thinks the world's ending, and she don't want nothing to do with me.
And they're still popping.
It's quiet. It's quiet here now, so finally.
The dog's been sticking to me like glue.
Yeah.
And my dog's 85 pounds, so...
Yeah, Lolo ain't
jumping up on my lap, and it's like, get off me, damn it.
Yeah, like I had to physically take her outside earlier. She didn't even want to go outside. And I was like, wow. Like, Lolo's usually jumped up ready to go to the door, wagging, ready to go outside. And when she didn't want to go outside, I was like, oh man, she's scared to death. I took her outside. She looked around. She was like, she thinks there's like a war or something going on.
I had to give my doggy some doggy downers.
Oh, nah, Lolo's all natural. She's just laid up in the blanket. She's all right. She ain't shaking or nothing, so she's just real quiet and like, if they don't know what exists, I won't die kind of mode.
My dog was trained as a hunting dog, but they never acclimated him to shotguns. So the first time the guy took him hunting, he shot the shotgun and the dog pissed himself.
Oh, Lord. Tina said the fireworks didn't faze her cats because cats are not like people.
No, they're not.
Dogs are like people. They're like little people.
This dude threw Lucas in a kennel for 3 years after that. He had sores on his belly and his arms from the concrete.
Uh-huh.
He had ticks in his head. He was tore up. And he was going to the kill shelter the next day.
Oh,
so
Lord.
I went up and looked at him. He stuck to me like glue, so I took him home.
I bought damn Lolo off a yard sale website. No lie. I seen her. I was like, I got to have that dog. I called the lady up, and they had, like, it was some ghetto-ass people. And they had, like, 20 chihuahuas. They all looked dirty. They all had fucking fleas. And I got Lolo for like $80.
I got Lucas.
That's the
free.
best $80 I ever spent in my life. Then I got Lolo home. shaved her down. I had to shave, literally shave her to get the fleas off of her. And, yeah, I had her ever since. Now she's living the best fucking life in the world. $1 million life.
Yeah, so is Lucas.
So, think about that. She was sitting out there thinking her life sucked. And she was just waiting to get picked up.
Lucas has calmed down now. He's under my feet. I'm rubbing him, calming him down.
Yeah. Well, look, Mab, I'm getting ready to get out of here.
All right.
I'll see you tomorrow when we vote you off the island.
No. Everybody, give me one more chance. Come on.
We got to get you up out of here.
No. Come on, man.
All right. Peace, Mab.
Peace.
Yeah, I mean, some animals out there, they take the fireworks good. You know, some animals don't like that type of noise. I don't know, it scares them. Lolo, like I said, I don't know. She thinks the world's ending. I feel bad for her. I'm glad that the fireworks are over, so she can get back to, like, being a normal damn dog, right? So anyway, guys, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. I appreciate everybody stopping by. All right, we'll do this one last call. This one last call. Dolly.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, man, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. How about yourself?
It's going okay, I guess.
All right.
The universe is
All right.
unfolding.
Who's this? Where are you calling from?
My name is Kaylin.
All right, Kaylin.
I go as Bearsworth in the chat.
Awesome, awesome. What did you want to touch base on tonight?
I'm from Canada.
Canada,
from British
eh?
Columbia. I'm from fucking Canada, eh?
Yeah, Canada.
Yeah. I milk beavers.
You milk beavers?
Yeah.
Is that a thing? I don't know too much about beavers, to be honest with you. I don't know. Can you milk a beaver?
Yeah, man, that's what is in your vanilla ice cream.
Oh.
That's it. I'm just joking. No. I'm
All
from
right.
Canada. Yeah.
All right, so
How's it going?
it's that Canadian sense of humor, I guess.
Yeah.
I watched every episode of Trailer Park Boys, and that makes you feel better.
Well, Bubbles is pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just saying, J-Rock. All right, man, look, you have a good night in Canada. Dolly got to get ready to go. Dolly got to get some Canadian sleep so I can get up and get some Canadian bacon.
Okay.
All right, peace. Okay, that was the most awkward phone call ever. But look, I had a friend from Canada. Okay, I can't even. From Canada. I had a friend from Canada, right? I think he thought he was Kurt Cobain. Paper Cut Tina. I'll save you, Mapster. Okay. Paper Cut Tina Ballin. Thank you for your donation, Tina. $1.99. I'm rich. Okay. What was I gonna say? Oh, I had a
He'll
buddy.
save you, Mapsters, man. Cow, 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 cow.
I think we got a super chat. I think we got a super chat.
All right, there we go. All right. So anyway, look, like I had a friend from Canada. He just had a weird sense of humor, and he was kind of awkward, and that's kind of what that phone call reminded me of. I called him Canadian Mike. That might have been Canadian Mike. Now, if you run into Canadian Mike out there in Canada, let him know Jimmy's looking for him. All right, he won't know who the hell Dolly is. I didn't have a YouTube channel when I was hanging out with my homeboy Canadian Mike. All right. He thought he was Kurt Cobain. I swear he had the sweaters and shit. So look for a punk rock dude that thinks he's Kurt Cobain that goes by Canadian Mike. Let him know Dolly's looking for him. All right. Cool dude. I don't know. I don't know nothing about the beavers and shit. Maybe he was messing with me. Maybe he won't. But Dolly's going to get some sleep. I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you haven't, like the video. Share the video. I don't care where you share it. Share it anywhere. All right? Share it to your granny, your uncle, a cousin that don't like you. I don't care. Just share it somewhere and leave a comment. Sub up. Join up. Keep Dolly alive. I'm getting skinny. Okay? I'm getting skinny. Y'all don't want me hungry. Up here like a damn crypt keeper. this bone join that keeps me and Lolo alive. Okay. Is there another code? Right now, there's no promo codes to the store. The sale was only up to the end of 4th of July. 4th of July is over, but all my merch is good price anyway. It ain't like it's expensive. You know what I'm saying? You can get you a bar of awesome ass Dolly soap, cheap, get you a nice bottle of lotion to rub on your skins. You know what I'm saying? Guys, I'll see y'all later. I need some sleep. I'm tired.